Hello! Today I have a flip through to share of this new prayer journal that I've made. It is called Birds of the Air, inspired by some verses in the book of Matthew chapter 6 that talk about basically not worrying because God will provide all that we need. Anyway, so it's got one signature and we have a pocket here on the front. It has this little booklet, and I love to make little picture booklets. So here we have some pictures of little girls, and I think this little baby, that is just like, I think she had so much personality. I mean, just oozing. She just looks like it. But I love to make these little books. And then we have a pocket here that you can tuck things into along with that. If I always say you, but if people want to, that's what they can do. We have a pocket here on the front with some goodies here. This is a bird-themed journal card. And we have a tag here that says Seek God, because we want to always be seeking Him, His will in our lives. I'll have to fix that. Do not worry. And that is kind of the point of this verse from Matthew. Look at the birds. They don't plant or harvest or store food in barns, for your heavenly Father feeds them. Aren't you far more valuable to Him than they are? And that's Matthew 6:26. And there's other verses in there with it. And they're all saying that God's going to provide for us. And sometimes we give in to worry, and we shouldn't, but we do. I do it, I know. We give in to worry instead of remembering to trust in God. And we always feel silly after the fact, thinking, why didn't I just trust Him? You know, we all do it. So anyway, we have some pretty birds here and another Bible verse and a little packet of papers here. And these are all like music and flowers. And there's a little pocket in there. And all these papers can just be taken apart and used in your journal. You could journal on this. And this one that's tucked back in here. This has a ledger printed on the back, so you could use that for journaling. I do like my journals to be actually useful as a journal instead of just a beautiful work of art. And there's nothing wrong with a beautiful work of art, but we want to be able to write things in our journals. Hope, love, and faith. Very important. We have this journal card here that you can write some things on, and then we've got one right here with this little hummingbird. A lot of this is bird themed because I had some bird papers that I needed to use. So we have these little bird tickets kind of throughout the book. And we have this tag, forgiven and saved by grace. Is that just amazing? That is amazing. Because we are definitely not worthy of God. He's perfect, and we are not. We have some papers here where you can journal or use them to make tags. These are also a bird-themed page. Be strong and courageous. The Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. That's always a good thing to remember, that He's always with us. And we just have a little clip on here to help hold things in this flip out. So we'll take those clips off and flip it open. We've got some papers in here, of course, for journaling. And creating. And we have this pretty little envelope here, and when it goes out to its new home, it'll have some goodies tucked in it. It doesn't have anything in it yet, but it will. We have this little hidden paper clip here to keep everything together and to look pretty. And we have a tab that goes on with a paper clip hidden inside of it. I saw something like this the other day, and they showed a tutorial for it, how to make these. There. And we have this, which was supposed to be tucked up in there. All right. And I made some tags. Not all of them will be in this journal, but I just tore up book pages and put them on some heavy paper to make tags out of. This is another really good Bible verse. I can do everything through Him who gives me strength. God will give us strength to get through stuff. And we have this page, which is a bird-themed page. It has little birds and feathers and all things related to birds. And you can journal on the back. Let's see, how do we put this on? Probably this way. A little bird ticket there. Another Bible verse. And here's another page. This page is from my brand new At the Cottage kit. And then this is a sample image. And believe. We need to, that's part of having faith, is just to believe that God's going to have the answers. He's going to come through for us. Another bird ticket. And I always like to have a page for answered prayers. God answers prayers. Sometimes it takes a long time for Him to answer our prayers, but they always get answered. There's a tea-stained page in this pocket. More Bible verses. And we've got some ephemera in here, a bird journaling card, and this invoice that you can journal on the back or use it for artwork. And a little notepad here. It says pray. You can excuse me. Still getting over our flu bug here. Anyway, there's lots of pages in there to write on. You could write on the back of it. There's a journal card. I believe this was probably from a book, like maybe inside the front. And another invoice that you could use to create or to just journal on the back of it. tuck this all back in. And we have this little lace tuck spot with a journal card in it. And then this is a second tuck. You could put things up in there. Cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. How true that is. And we have a floating pocket here with a tag in it and another invoice. And we have this. I actually made this a long time ago and it was in my ephemera box, but it seemed that finally this was the perfect journal with the bird tag in it. And this also had birds. And then you can just open this up and you've got journaling space there. Tuck this back in there. It makes it kind of a little stuffed pocket. And we have a tag here. I love this image of this older gentleman. He looked like just a nice old grandpa. Maybe his little great-grandchildren will come visit him today with their parents. And a page for giving thanks. We need to always remember to thank the Lord. He does so much for us. There's a piece to use for whatever you want. And another bird. I love this bird image. And here's another journal card from a book cover or the title page inside, perhaps. The Lord is my refuge. Boy, that is, yes, yes. Tag. Another one of those book covers. And here's another one of those book page tags I made. And I used one of my stencils that I normally use for doing texture paste and just used my, what's that stuff called? Vintage photo. I used my vintage photo distress ink. I had to look and see what it was called. It bothered me there. Anyway, I used that to make that design on there, and I just really like how that one came out. And here's a second one of those little clips that I made to use as a tab. And another Bible verse. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in Him. Always have to trust in God. It can be so hard. We have this little pocket here with little bits of ephemera in it. It's just a little teeny tiny journal card. Some music paper that was on the back. And we have this space in here, along with a tag with also a Bible verse. You could journal on that. We'll tuck that back in. Uh-oh. I have to pull that off there. All right, get all these goodies back in here. And this was from the same set, Graphics Fairy set that had the birds, but some of them did not have birds. Right. here's another page that I put in after putting the journal together. And this is also from the At the Cottage set, as is this page here. And remember what Jesus told us, I am with you always until the end of the age. Always he's with us. And this page is from the Graphics Fairy. On their premium site, they have journal pages that you can go through. And I just went through their printables and found a bunch of bird-themed things to use in this journal. And here's another bird journaling card. And another page here. And this page is not in any of my kits yet, but it will be. I like to just make images sometimes, and then eventually they become a kit. And here's our back page. Plenty of room to journal there, and we've got some things tucked in here. A letter, which came from the Ruby and Pearl letter set. And another invoice. And this journal card that's just got eggs on it. And you can, of course, journal on the back of it. Alright. So there's our journal for today. And I hope that you guys are having a blessed time. We have turned snowy again here, and so it's a good day to stay inside and stay warm and look at the snow outside. And if you're young, maybe you want to go out and go sledding, and that's probably happening a lot here too. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you next time. Bye.